So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Because you get a mic, you get a mic, you get a mic. Now, you know what? Here's the thing, though. If I were to give you this mic, I know for a fact you know what to do with this mic. None other than Darrin the Bedell himself, the official voice of the Southern University's Human Jukebox. Now, I have questions that need answers, and I got my fangirl moment out the way. Because I always hear you, but we never get the chance to really see you in action.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been doing this for about 29 years.
Absolutely.
How did you know that this is something that you had a desire to do?
Well, LaTangela, to be honest with you, and I tell everybody once I sit down and have this talk with them, I never desired to be the voice of the Human Jukebox.
Really?
It was inspired by Cornell Knighton, the late Cornell Knighton.
Yeah.
And of course, Dr. Lawrence Jackson.
Yeah.
We were all on the staff at the same time, 29 years ago. And we had an announcer, he left. Henry Lee, he left. He was a pastor, so he got a church and he moved to California.
Mm-hmm.
So they put out this big old search for the next voice of the Human Jukebox. And the great thing about our staff is everybody that's on Southern staff marched in Southern band.
Okay, so wait a minute. What did you play?
I played tuba.
Okay.
Well, let me say I played sousaphone.
So you understood everything from how it should go, the flow of the show, and the excitement that needed to be projected from the beginning through the end.
Yes. But the first time I auditioned for Dr. Greg's, they pushed me into it, Lawrence Jackson and Cornell Knighton. And I went in Doc's office and they say what Henry Lee say.
Uh-oh.
So I did it in Doc in his candid own voice. He said, Bedell, get out of my office. You sound like a monotone. So they didn't want anybody else on the staff, so they pushed me in again. And at that point, I went on and did what I was supposed to do. And 29 years later, here I am.
If you had to pick a highlight while doing all of this, what does that look like for you?
Well, and I'm going to go back to hearing the names Lawrence Jackson and Cornell Knighton, Dr. Greg's as a child, because my dad also marched in Southern Band.
Okay, legacy.
And I have another story about him, as it go on. But the highlight for me was to be able to call these legends, because I know I stand on the shoulders of giants, and I met these guys and I knew these guys as a child, but to be able to call them coworkers.
Yeah.
And to call them friends. Dr. Greg's was a great mentor. To call him a father figure, a mentor, and then friend, that was the highlight for me, and it's always been it.
I love it.
Yes.
Do you ever feel any of the applied pressure, knowing that you're setting the tone? At home, sometimes it's a lot easier. But when you're going into those uncharted territories where people are already on set saying, don't come up in here with that S on your chest, yelling you the best because you and I laying out. Like, do you ever feel, intimidated when you walk into new territory?
Not now. I've been doing it so long. But when I first started, I did at one point. But I embrace the moment now, because I know the jukebox about to bring that smoke on the field.
Yeah.
So I want them to say that. And I want to, when we're away, we go home first. So when we go on first, I want to let you know we about to leave the smoke on this field. So your band in trouble after we leave.
Coming and going.
Yes,
you hear me?
Absolutely.
You've seen so many different changes, a lot of different eras, like from one director to the next director to the currents, and now you're seeing this transition of the student musicians. Tell me a little bit about the transitioning pieces. Whenever you see those kids, those young adults out on the field, and you see all of that come together, and you see how well the directors are pulling it all together. What does that do for you when you're watching from a bird's eye view and seeing it, knowing that you've watched it for so many years?
And another great thing about me being around so long is everybody that's on the staff right now, all the directors, I remember when they were freshmen.
Wow.
And to see them evolve. And I knew they were going, I seen them as freshmen and seeing them as band members, I knew they were going to do great things.
Yeah.
And once Dr. Taylor became the director of bands, I knew it was going to flourish after that.
Yeah, and he's doing an excellent job.
Absolutely.
And has a wonderful team. And seeing all of these student musicians be able to pick up these instruments and to be able to tour the world, because you all have touched some major stages.
Absolutely.
Like, take us through it.
Well, Southern has been, and I always reflect on myself because I'm a kid from New Orleans. Southern Band afforded me travel, and that's the great thing about this. And also the great thing about Southern Band is I learned that in Southern Band you meet people from all walks of life.
Right.
But when you build that camaraderie, they're going to be the best friends. They're going to be your best friends. They're going to be the best men in your wedding. You're going to be the godchildren, the godfather of their children.
This is forever.
Yeah, forever. So that's the great thing about Southern Band. It's a big melting pot. When you meet these people, you meet lifelong friends.
Yeah. That's got to be encouraging, when people see how much it takes to move a band, not just from rehearsals, but down to the schedules, because that's a lot of people.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then, you have to make sure that everybody has what they need, not just on the academic side, but even when it comes down to making sure that they can live up to the standard.
Yes.
That's a lot of applied pressure. I've seen y'all put it down to the precision of time on a halftime show. Like, I'm looking at my watch like I'm sweating. So you can only imagine. Don't step right, step left. Don't mess this up.
Yeah.
That's applied pressure.
And it's a lot of work. And those guys put in the work every day, all day. And you got to applaud the students because not only they're band members, they're students as well.
Yes.
So you got to maintain a certain grade point after even being Southern Band.
Absolutely.
So there's added pressure on them.
Whenever you're the voice and you're carrying a message, it's more than entertainment. This is indeed a lifestyle. And as you stated, you're a legacy piece.
Yes.
So knowing that you are paying it forward for the next, there's a level of responsibility that comes with every platform that God lets us use while we're here, right? If you were to leave that legacy piece for yourself, what is it that you would want that to look like?
I just always want to be an upstanding gentleman. I want to make sure my voice is heard and make sure I'm saying the right things on the microphone. I just want to, I know I'm the first thing you hear when Southern Band comes out. So I want to make sure I project. And my legacy, I just want to make sure that everybody remember that I was a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. I mean, and so far, you got my vote.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. At least I know I have one vote.
Oh, you got them all. I promise you that. And whenever it comes down to the point of putting on an excellent show and us being a cheerleader for our student musicians, how important is it that we rally around keeping the arts in schools?
I think arts are very important. Art saves lives, just like athletics saves lives.
Yeah.
You can be a great person of academia and you can have great academics, but there's something to mold the art. Arts, let me say arts and band and, football, athletics, it saves lives.
Yeah.
And let me continue to say that because you got to have an outlet.
You do.
And I think arts and music, and it's a great outlet for our students, and it keeps them going.
That part. And I'd much rather see an instrument in a child's hand than a gun.
Yes.
You give them something to do, somewhere to be, something that's going to challenge and encourage them, and the things that they like.
Yeah.
You're not going to find too many students that just don't like music.
That's right.
So challenge them. They may not like
the culture.
They might want a drum.
That's right.
Just give them time to figure that out.
Absolutely.
Paying it forward. It's important. And I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. But I got to ask questions to get answers because I know you get to travel, you get to see all the bands, and I know that we are the best. But is there one that you feel like is always that thorn in the side? You're going to have to just raise that bar a little bit more. You get the challenge to see all these other bands firsthand.
Yeah.
And you've seen them evolve throughout the years. And throughout the years, they've all been playing catch up. We're just going to say that.
Yeah,
they've been playing catch up, trying to get the knees higher, trying to get their routines tighter. And they still are, and always will be. We're going to say, they're good.
Yeah.
They're just not the standard.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick, or even could you put it in your top 3 contenders?
It's an interesting question because I've seen bands, all bands. I've seen all the. Okay, here we go. Florida A&M.
Okay.
And I say that because that would have been my second choice of school. But Florida A&M, and because their style is different, and they give you something different to look forward to, and something different to see. I think that would be one of the thorns in the side.
Okay.
Of course, Jackson State, because there's a big rival.
Yeah, yeah, and they're gonna bring the most noise because they're gonna let you know they're coming before they
Absolutely.
even show up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I would say
And they are good.
Texas Southern.
Okay, yeah.
Because our good friend is now the band director at Texas Southern.
There it is, you
Yeah.
know. And then when you think about it, all of those who stemmed from the Human Jukebox that has taken their talents and have encouraged other student musicians around the world and still bring the best, because not only are they still rising and peaking and doing the best in their elements, but they're creating that level of pride,
Yes.
of excellence. And they want to do that for other student musicians. I love it. You know what? That's a tight top three. That's a tight top three.
Yeah. But what's great about Southern's band, I tell you, I just, and I'm biased. Let me just say I am biased.
So facts, you know what I mean?
The guys that have come from Southern's band that are now band directors at other colleges and other marching bands, it's astronomical.
Yeah.
You know, so that means Southerners continue to put out good product and good people all the time.
Yes, and that's what it's all about. If you had to encourage someone to become a part of the Southern University's Human Jukebox, the standard.
Yes.
We're listening.
Hard work, dedication, and knowing exactly what you want to be and what you want to do. Besides band.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you're going to major in, whatever you're going to matriculate in, make sure that you know it's going to be some hard work and you have to be dedicated to take care of that business.
Absolutely. Well, you know, homecoming is right around the corner.
Yes, I can't wait.
Have you been practicing?
Not yet.
Oh, man, now's the time. You want to hear it? Yeah. Oh, man, I got to hear this. Come on. Come on. Wait. Hit it.
Mic check one. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
For the world-renowned, the international famed, all the way from the great state of Louisiana, the Southern University Marching Band from Jaguar Land.
I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what? We're going to sprinkle a little trash talking up a homecoming because we about that life. You heard me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to do that.
Wait, applied pressure. Yeah.
We're gonna talk some trash for homecoming.
There we go.
Applied pressure.
Listen, I expect to see you back real soon. This is your first field trip to the Madhouse. Just promise it won't be your last.
It won't. I've enjoyed myself immensely.
And I've enjoyed having you here. I know you have more work to do, so I'm going to let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You heard me?
Peace, and we out of here.